Hi, my name is Alex and I'm the Secretary General of NAIMUN 58.
And hi, my name is Sanjana and I'm the Director General of NAIMUN 58.
Our Secretariat is going to show you a simulation of a typical crisis committee along with some helpful commentary on parliamentary procedure. Enjoy.
Greetings, delegates. My name is Boos, and I'm going to be your chair for this committee, the Cabinet of Lula in Brazil. We'll be discussing a variety of topics such as social reforms, corruption, and foreign economic aid in Brazil. This committee is set in 2003 at the start of President Lula's first term. Let's now do a roll call so we know who is here. Minister of Foreign Affairs?
Present.
Minister of Defense?
Present.
U.S. Ambassador to Brazil?
Present and voting, which means I agree to vote on all things presented to the committee.
Perfect. Chief of Staff?
Present.
Now that we've conducted the roll call, are there any points or motions on the floor?
Motion for a 12-minute moderated caucus with a 45-second speaking time on the topic of implementing social reforms to help the poor.
That is in order. Are there any other motions or points on the table?
Point of parliamentary inquiry. What's a moderated caucus?
Thank you for asking that question. Much like a GA-style committee, a moderated caucus is an opportunity for delegates to talk about a specific subject related to the topics of the committee for an allotted period of time. When you make a motion for a moderated caucus, delegates should make sure to state the topic, duration, and speaking time.
Since there are no other points or motions, let's take a vote on this. All those in favor of this motion for a moderated caucus, please raise your placard. This motion clearly passes. All those wishing to speak, please raise your placard. Minister of Foreign Affairs, you have been recognized. Delegate, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think this committee must find ways to help those who are living in extreme poverty by providing more programs that would support them, such as conditional cash transfers. As the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I believe that we should reach out to foreign contacts to leverage some aid to help us fund these types of projects.
Thank you, Delegate, for speaking. Oh my, it seems we have a surprise.
Hello, delegates. My name is Abby, and I am your crisis manager for this committee. Crisis committees are directly affected by the actions that you all take in writing crisis notes and directives. Crisis notes are private notes that you send to the crisis staff individually with actions you'd like to take to address the crises that this committee faces. Directives are public documents that this committee will vote on as a whole to address these crises. Every once in a while, the crisis staff will provide a crisis update to let you know about the results of the actions you take. Here's a crisis update that you all must address. A recent scandal came out accusing President Lula of rigging the recent election. Protesters have come onto the street and they are demanding answers. It is up to this committee to decide how to respond. Good luck.
I deny all accusations. I hope you're all ready to face this crisis. Are there any motions on the floor?
Motion for a round robin with 30-second speaking time to discuss our priorities for this situation.
That is in order. Are there any points or motions on or any other points or motions on the floor?
Point of parliamentary inquiry. What's a round robin?
Thanks for raising that point. A round robin is a variation of the moderated caucus where every delegate in the committee may give a speech with a set speaking time.
Since there are no other motions on the table, let's take a vote. All those in favor of a round robin, please raise your placard. Great, that is in order. The Chief of Staff, would you like to go first or last?
I will start. As the Chief of Staff, I know that these claims are false. Therefore, we must immediately speak to the press to clear up this issue.
I think our top priority is to ensure that our international allies, especially those who have financially supported us, are not upset. We would not want to lose any aid we've been receiving.
I am very concerned about these protests getting violent. Therefore, I think we should deploy my military to quell the riots that have been occurring.
Given our resources in the United States, we are very interested in investigating this election scandal further, given the major implications it could have both domestically and internationally.
Thank you, delegates. Are there any other motions on the floor?
Motion for an 8-minute unmoderated caucus.
That is in order. Are there any other motions?
Point of parliamentary inquiry. What is an unmoderated caucus?
This is an important question. A moderated caucus is a suspension of formal debate where delegates are able to freely discuss topics, form alliances, and work on writing and merging directives. Directives are used to respond and come up with solutions to the issues presented in the committee and these crisis updates. Unlike general assemblies, where resolutions are voted on at the end of committee, crisis committees will vote on and pass many directives throughout the course of the weekend.
Since there are no other motions, we will vote on this motion. All those in favor, please raise your placard. This passes unanimously. We will now enter an unmoderated caucus.
Hey, Minister of Defense, I think you brought up some great points during the round robin. I've begun working on a directive and was wondering if we could work together to address this issue.
I would love to work with you. Let's get cracking.
Now that I've introduced the directive sponsored by the Chief of Staff and the Minister of Defense, and we've debated the directive, let's take a vote on whether to pass it or not. All those in favor, please raise your placards. This directive passes. Thank you, delegates, and good job.
We hope this video helped explain the life cycle of a crisis committee. In a typical committee, this process will repeat multiple times as delegates will be faced with new issues to resolve in the fast-paced environment. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. We hope this gave you some insight on how crisis committees work at NAIMUN. We can't wait to meet everyone in February.